Libra, it's time for a relational reset. This week, you will be reflecting on how you interact with the others, especially in the new moon in Libra that lands in your first house of identity. So you are being called to redefine what it means to be authentically you in your relationships. And are you showing up as your true self? Or are you slipping into roles that others expect of you? You might feel a little tension between your desire to maintain harmony and the need to assert yourself. So as we go on, the Scorpio season kicks in, you will find yourself craving depth and authenticity in your interactions as well. It's no longer about keeping the peace at all costs, but about making sure your connection align with who you truly are. Okay, and if you have been living for the others, it's time to bring your voice back to the table and share that what matters to you most. And we have the Mercury Mars conjunction that's happening on the 20th of October. This may bring mental clarity, but also the potential for heated conversations. Mars in Scorpio will always fuse passion and intensity in the communication. And you might find yourself speaking with raw honesty this week. All right, but it could be a spark of friction. How could you use the energy, you might be asking, right, to empower conversation instead of unnecessary conflicts? So stay on to the end. We will try to give you a lot of tips here. So let's go on. So Libra, let's go on with the astrological context here. So the focus for this week is on how you communicate and the balance of the power dynamics within your closest relationship. So with the new moon in Libra that's happening on 21st October, you are facing an opportunity to reset your own identity, not just in your career or public life, but in the way you show up in your personal interactions as well. So the first house represents self-expression, and with this new moon, it asks you to question whether you have been suppressing your true self for the sake of peace or approval. Okay, this new moon invites you to step into your personal power and claim what you truly want actually. So if you have been people pleasing, this energy calls for balance. Are you giving too much without receiving in return? This could manifest in friendships, romantic relationships, or family ties. Okay, so as Libra is all about connections and compromise, so this energy suggests you will be learning to create clear boundaries here, but in a way that allows you to still nurture your relationships as well. But that's not all, right? So we have the Mercury conjunct Mars, which is happening on the 20th of October. Your thoughts will be sharp. All right, and your words will carry weight. There's a mental heat that comes with this aspect. So you may feel compelled to speak your truth, especially if there's something that you have been holding back all along. So be careful, though, as this intense energy can lead to heated arguments if you are not mindful enough. So this conjunction could spark passionate conversations that get right to the heart of the matter. So think of it as an opportunity to clear the air and make sure that everyone knows where they stand. All right, and then on the 23rd October, when the sun enters Scorpio, shifting your focus even deeper. So Scorpio season encourages you to move past the surface and explore what's hidden beneath. So you will want to dive deeper, more meaningful conversations, leaving the superficial behind. Okay, this could be a great week to redefine what you expect from the others and how much you are willing to give. As Scorpio energy intensifies, the desire for privacy and truth will grow. You won't want to play games or engage in tribal battle. So this is about authenticity in every exchange. You want to show up fully as who you are. And now, let's go on to your loved and relationship, okay? So Libra, your relationships are about to undergo a significant transformation this week. With the new moon in your sign, you are being given, a chance to reset the dynamics in your most important connections. All right, the first house It's all about how you present yourself to the world. And this includes how you show up in love as well. So are you fully expressing who you are in your relationships? Or have you been adopting a version of yourself that is more pleasing to the others? So with Mars in Scorpio this week, your romantic conversations are just about to get real intense, okay, Libra, I would say. And you might even feel a surge of passion, but also a bit of tension as you confront any lingering fears or misunderstanding in your relationships. So this energy will push you to confront hidden emotions, both yours and your partner's. So don't shy away from these conversations, okay? Even if, it makes you feel a little uncomfortable. The goal is not conflict here, but honesty and depth, okay? And if you are in a relationship, this could be a week when you finally speak your truth about what you need and you desire. Mercury's conjunction with Mars on the 20th of October, this will bring mental clarity, but also the possibility of heated words. So be careful not to let the frustration boil over into unnecessary conflict. Instead, try to use this energy to express your needs clearly and ask for what you deserve it. Okay? It's important to recognize when you are loving from need rather than from a place of choice. So this week, reflect on whether you are loving freely or you are being driven by fear of losing connection here. So for single Libras, the new moon invites you to reset how you approach relationships. Are you choosing partners that match your true self, or are you settling for less? Take some time, okay, to reflect on the kind of love that you truly want to call in. And ask yourself, okay, are you open to love that challenges you, that helps you grow? Or are you just seeking comfort at the expense of authenticity here? Okay? And the sun entering Scorpio on 23rd October encourages deeper emotional intimacy. So you will, if you are ready to take a relationship to the next level, right, this could be a transformative time. You will feel more comfortable getting beneath the surface and sharing the parts of yourself that you have been, keeping hidden from the others. So this is not the time for shallow connections. You will be craving for something raw and something real and something deep here. All right, and now in your career, okay, Libra, this week's energy will push you to rethink how you are showing up at work, whether your efforts are being recognized or valued. The new moon activates your first house, which is all about personal identity and self-expression, right? So this is the time to ask, are you aligned with your work? Does your career reflect who you are and what you stand for? So with the Mercury conjunct Mars, your mind is sharp, your words carry a lot of weight. This is a great time to pitch new ideas, okay, negotiate deals and express your vision. However, the intense energy of this aspect could also lead to mental burnout if you don't pace yourself, okay? So, and also be careful not to burn bridges in your pursuit of professional success, okay? So instead, use this time to focus your energy into clear, concise actions. And as the sun moves into Scorpio, you will begin to feel more introspective about your professional journey. Okay, Scorpio asks you to look deeper, to understand your true motivations, in your true passions. So this is a perfect time to revamp your career goals and make sure that they reflect your authentic desires here. And if you are being stuck in a rut or doing work that does not ignite your soul, the energy of Scorpio will help you to dig deep and reclaim your power this week. Okay, you may also experience shifts in your work relationships. With the Scorpio's energy, you will be craving deeper trust and authenticity in how you interact with your colleagues or your clients or even your superior here. So are you being transparent about your goals, or are there any hidden agendas or fears that need to be addressed? So this week could reveal the areas where you are holding back in your career, and maybe it's time to confront those truths, okay? Take charge of your future and use this energy, right, to make bold decisions, okay? Make use of this energy. And Libra, this week astrological climate also invites you to focus on your emotional health. Yeah, the new moon is in your sign, encourages you to think about how you nurture yourself emotionally. And you have been working hard, I know, and keeping the peace and maintaining a balance for your others. But have you been neglecting your own emotional needs as well? Oh yes, talking about that. I'm Lee here, and this is Insight by Lee, my channel. So if you have not been following me, please give me a follow, a like, and subscribe to my channel so that you will not miss out my next video. Alright? So okay, now let's continue. So now it's the time to bring your attention to your own emotional world, okay, Libra, especially with Neptune retrograde in Pisces this week, which makes emotions feel very deep and more vulnerable as well. So Neptune retrograde will increase your sensitivity, which means you might feel a lot more than usual. So as a Libra, your natural desire for harmony can sometimes mask deep feelings of anxiety or confusion. So this retrograde asks you to face any emotional fog and bring clarity to your inner emotional landscape. Trust that the introspection this period will bring help to help you let go of any old emotional baggages that you've been carrying. So under this new moon, think about what you are ready to release emotionally. And is there anything else in your life that no longer serves you? Any limiting beliefs or past hurts that, are holding you back from stepping into the fullness of who you really are. So this is time to cut emotional cords as well that are preventing you from moving forward. So for me, I would recommend using journaling as a tool. If you haven't tried it before, for releasing any pent-up emotions, you can start by writing down what you're ready to release and what you're willing to forgive. Consider a healing ritual to help you release emotional baggage as well. You can light a candle yourself, write down your intentions for your next cycle, and focus on your emotional freedom and authenticity. Okay, remember, your emotional health is the foundation for everything else in your life. So as you release these old emotional patterns, you create space for new and more empowering ways of thinking and feeling as well. Okay, and now I'm going to touch on the challenges and the shadow themes. So this week presents some challenge for you, Libra, that you might not expect. Okay, we have the Sun square Pluto on 24th October. This will bring power dynamics on the surface, and you may face some ego frictions as well. So this is a classic moment for you to examine your relationship with control. Are you trying to control the outcome of the situation, especially in your relationships, I'm telling you? Or are you giving others too much power over your emotional state? So you might be tempted to go into defensive mode. Okay, but Scorpio energy will demand that will demand you to address what's hidden, I would say. So the challenge here is to embrace the vulnerability and let go of the need for total control. So instead, focus on transparency and authenticity. So this week, power struggle won't be won over through force or manipulation, but through truth and clarity here. Okay, look within to uncover any fear-based patterns that could be holding you back. So the Mercury Mars conjunction brings intensity, and it could actually potentially lead you to be a bit more blunt or impatience with those around you. So be mindful that this could stir up some tensions as well. The key here is to pause before reacting and ask yourself this: is this a moment for power play, or is this a moment to show my true self? Okay. All right, now, so let's jump on to opportunities and the timing windows that we're talking about. So Libra, there are some power days this week when you will have the opportunity to take actions. Okay, first we have the 24th October, which brings a breakthrough moment as Mercury trine Jupiter, which is perfect for proposals, for contracts, or any major discussion that you have been waiting to have. So this is a green light for you, Libra, to make moves, okay, whether it's a personal or professional life. Then next we have 25th October, Mercury trine Saturn, which brings a sense of serious focus, okay, and clarity. So this is a time to put plans into actions and make decisions that long-lasting one. So use this day to solidify any agreements and set your intentions here for the future. So you're likely to feel more grounded and capable of staying focused amidst all the distractions here. So these are your moments to make real progress. So please don't hesitate. Okay, the universe is aligning the stars for you to step forward confidently. Just remember, balance is the key. Alright, so Libra, this week asks you to step into your true power here through your relationships, your work, and your inner world as well. So the new moon offers you a chance to reset, and the energy of Scorpio season will push you to face the truth that you have been hiding from. And authenticity is your key to growth, both internally and externally. So remember, you are being invited to speak your truth and set boundaries that honor who you truly are. You don't have to please everyone to find the balance, okay? Trust that where you stand in your power, the world will respond in kind. And if you're ever ready to deep dive into your own personal astrology or numerology or even tarot reading, you can DM me for a personalized reading. And don't forget to subscribe to my Insights by Lee channel, okay? For more updates, clarity, and insights, I would say I'll try to update them weekly. So take this moment to embrace your truth, Libra. You deserve to show up the real you. Okay, and thank you for joining me, Libra, and I hope you have a great week ahead. And I'll see you again next week. And take care. Goodbye.